My name is Dennis, and you're watching The Intellectual Reads. Today I decided to do another Friday Reads, a long overdue one, my second one. The first one I did worked really well, and it allowed me a platform to speak to you about books that I planned to read in July. Now that July is coming to an end, I thought it would be appropriate to do one in similar style for August, where I will discuss with you my TBR going into the new month. At the same time, let you know what to expect from my channel, inform you on the reviews that should be upcoming in the following month. If you like the books that I picked for this month or have anything to say about them, please comment down in the section below. Perhaps you'd even like to read one of them with me as a buddy read. I'm always open to that as well. And so let's talk about books. First and foremost, I think it's kind of appropriate for Friday Reads to mention what I'm currently reading. So I've just finished The Besieged City by Clarice Lispector, and I'm planning to do a full video on it this weekend. Also, I have been making my way through Ask Again Yes by Beth Keane. I'm split on this book. I have very good thoughts, and I find many of the things here very admirable. I think Beth Keane is a great writer. Her pages just seem to flow one after the other to the point where this book just rushes by. The topics she approaches here are very interesting, but what I'm finding that I really dislike here is that there are too many things happening and none of them paid close enough attention to. I feel like if you're going to talk about issues like mental health and stuff, there should be more in-depth discussion. So I don't want to go too deep into this book, but once I've finished it, possibly a book I will review. So basically, this is what I'm currently tackling with, and before the month is over, I would also like to get back into this book, Berlin Alexanderplatz. I'm about 150 pages in. I've checked in with Allan at the Big Books and Hard Classics channel. I will link everything below, anybody who I referred to. So I'm hoping to get another 100 pages in. I'm at page 152 right now. And I'm hoping to get to page 287, which will get me past chapter 7. There's the total of 9 chapters here, and hopefully I can get to page 287 by next Friday, so I can give an in-depth discussion. I know Allan has been wanting to do one himself, and I think it would be a good way to kind of fill you in on what's going on here maybe next Friday. And have a sort of in the middle of the book kind of my takeaways from it. And to be honest, this book has been a joy to read. I'm not going to say anything more about it. Alright, without further ado, we're going to get to the books that I plan to read in August. First of them is the collected Schizophrenias essays by Esme, Weijun, Wang. I'm surprised at myself how well I said that name, by the way, unrehearsed. So the reason I picked this book up is because the book I had just mentioned, Ask Again Yes, deals with a character who has an issue of schizophrenia, but it's not discussed in depth at all. It's not even really discussed. Only the effects of it are. But you never. This is my problem with, the book so far, is you never get into the heads of these characters. And the way schizophrenia is portrayed and the actions taken in that book have nudged me towards doing my own research and discovering on the topic. Ask Again Yes has certainly opened my eyes to it and interested me in it, but I feel, did an injustice to it at the same time. So I'm going to read The Collected Schizophrenias. I'm really looking forward to this because I think it will add to my current experience of the book Ask Again Yes. The next 3 books I will be reading, I have kind of went over the top and ordered all of them from the Book of the Month Club. I thought their selection this past month was excellent, and I'm looking forward to reading all 3. So the first book we have is Gods of Jade and Shadow. This is a book that supposedly takes place in Mexico during the Jazz era, and having just read Clarice Lispector's The Besieged City, and recently having read Robert Bolaño, when I read the little synopsis, it interested me and thought that this book would be along the path of those 2 books discussing culture in Mexico. I will now read you the introduction so you kind of get a grasp of what I'm talking about, or a little snippet of it. The jazz age is in full swing, but Cassiopeia Ton is too busy cleaning the floors of her wealthy grandfather's house to listen to any fast tunes. Nevertheless, she dreams of a life far from her dusty small town in southern Mexico, a life she can call her own. The next book I ordered from the Book of the Month Club is titled 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. I ordered this book after seeing a review of it on Sophie's channel, which is Portal in the Pages, and she raved about this book, said that this book would give you a glimpse of women's desires. She thought it was well written and that it read more like a fiction than a non-fiction. So when I saw this as one of the possible options, I went for it as well. Having ordered it, I've seen some negative reviews now coming through. Specifically, Sarah from the Hardcover Hearts did a whole lengthy video on it. We'll link that as well. And she spoke of how this book was falsely advertised, and she had a lot of problems with it, ending her videos on recommendations of other books that she thought dealt with the subject better. So it really fascinates me when 2 reviewers who I like have such varying opinions on a text, and gives me more excitement to read it because I don't know what I'm in for, and I'm excited to find out which side I fall over on. Alright, we have 3 more books to go, not bad. In case you're wondering, that's one of the bottles that I picked up while on my bourbon tour through Kentucky in the past month, and it definitely warms you up. It's better than cough syrup. The final book that I ordered is The Gifted School, a novel by Bruce Holsinger. I don't remember what this book is about, so let's find out together. A previously happy group of friends and parents is nearly destroyed by their competitiveness when exclusive school for gifted children opens in the community. All right. So I don't know, I mean, this book attracted me, and there it is. I kind of want to read more modern stuff because I tend to read books that have been published in the classical era and more farther back than now. So one of the reasons I joined Book of the Month and also got a library card is because I'm really challenging myself to get immersed in current fiction, modern fiction, fiction that's hot off the press, so that I can know what kind of styles are current and where fiction is going. I think even if you read classics and you tend to read older books by authors you know, love, and cherish, sometimes it's good to also keep up with the times. So definitely going to try and give this a fair shot. Hopefully it's good. The final two books that I will mention are Pulitzer Prize winners from the last 2 years. Let's start off with this year's The Overstory by Richard Powers. This is a book I've been meaning to read for a while. I picked this book up far ways back and never opened its pages, and I feel like as summer turns into fall, a book about trees is ideal for this season. And then we have the previous winner, which is Less by Andrew Sean Greer. And I think this book deals with a failed writer. And Ann Patchett says I recommend it with my whole heart. I've seen many good reviews of this book. I think the Book Chemist reviewed this book, and a few others that I can't place at the top of my head right now. But I think it's one that I'm excited for, based on all the good reviews. Not like Over the Top, where if it doesn't reach 5+ stars, I'm going to be disappointed, but excited to have a solid read nevertheless. And then also, before we end this video, I'll mention that I'm planning to get to the end of Berlin Alexanderplatz by Alfred Doblin, and make a video maybe at the end of August with an in-depth discussion as I balance my thoughts for the last 2 months with Allan, and see what kind of nifty things we can come up here to discuss. So that's, I guess, the last book I will mention. That leaves for an ending, and I want to say that if you like this video, please subscribe. If you're interested in these books and seeing reviews of them or my interpretation of them in the following month, perhaps a subscription is worthwhile as well. Likes are always appreciated, and like I said, if you're interested in any of these books and wish to do a buddy read with me, there's nothing that I'd be gladder to do. As for the weekend, I hope everybody has a great time reading. Enjoy their summer as it's in full swing now, and just have a great time whatever you're doing. And I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully this weekend I'll get around to making a video on the Besieged city as I finish it up. It's a lot of little nifty thingies. I don't think I've marked up a book this much ever, especially one that's only 200 pages. More on that later, so just a little tease. Have a great weekend, guys. Thank you.